we're going to bring on another one of your friends. You've referenced him a couple of times, Jay Sukow. And Jay is the co-host of Improvcast with Jay and Landon. He is currently formed of the group 0 Hour. And he also has a monthly improv show called Improv Famous. And he has taught and performed improv and sketch comedy around the world and has performed professionally for 25 years. We were having so much fun backstage. So Jay, welcome. What do you have to say about your good friend Peter and about this amazing book, Off Script?
Thanks, Trigger. And Trigger, be honest, were you nervous about my last name? Because you asked me beforehand.
I'm always nervous about blowing a good name like that. But yes, we did it. We got through it.
You crushed it, man. You crushed it. Thank you. Great job. And what a great night. And what a great celebration of Peter. He is right. I have a tattoo right there. I wanted to name my daughter Yes Andra, and my her mom said absolutely not. And so I negotiated a tattoo out of the deal, and my daughter's middle name is Day, which is Russian takeoff of die. So I kind of got my wish, but I was very thrilled when Peter asked me to be a part of this book. And I have to say, it was such a struggle for years for people to understand the power of improv outside of the stage. And then Peter comes along and he puts it in such good terms of like, here's the usefulness. It's no longer just this theory, but he gives you a bunch of exercises and things to do to work on these muscles and these skills. And we've been talking a lot today about yes and Peter lives and breathes that yes and mentality. And the one thing that he does too is, and he didn't talk about this, is you really got to yes and yourself. I mean, that's where it really starts with, is you've got to yes and yourself. And Peter has done that. And you gotta bet on yourself sometimes. And we spend a lot of times focusing on betting on other people or other businesses and things like that. And if we can turn that, even that philosophy of saying yes to yourself, I think it goes a real long way. And so Peter asked me to be a part of this book, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm scared. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to write. And he did a great thing for me as an improviser. He gave me a deadline. He said, he's like, and Kate as well, who's a tremendous, his editor was tremendous. And they're like, have it by this date. And that's what I needed. And it goes back to knowing what the people around you need, right? It's like, what's the human need? And I think that's where improv comes in real handy, is what is the need for this person and how can I recognize that? And so when I sit and Peter and I talk, it's like, we talk a lot as just friends. And then we talk a lot about like, we believe in the power of what improv is and the power to make your life better, to make your business better. And it's like a cafeteria. Pick up his book, take what you can, and then leave the rest. See what works for you. And sometimes you read the book and you're like, oh, this tool he gave me was working right now. This other one isn't. And then a month later, you're like, oh, that other tool is working for me now as well. So if you're okay and happy with where your life is now, great. But if there are moments where you're like, I could use something, I could use a tool, it's all contextual. So in these situations, pick out one of these tools. And like Peter says, give it a try. See if it can work. And he does such a great job at taking those philosophies and applying it to real life situations and putting it in such a way that you go, oh yeah, I can zip through this book and I want more. So Peter, it's such an honor to be friends with you. And he said we met through our friends, Greg and Annie Condoracci. And from that point on, our initial meeting was like, oh yeah, I'm not sure where this relationship's going to go, but it's going to be here for a while.